We're glad to have these folks with us. There's a body of water that runs through Williamson County and Dixon County for which this group is named after. Give a big hand to the Harpeth River Ramblers.
Thank you for having us out tonight. We're the Harpeth River Ramblers. We're glad to be here. We're gonna do some Lonesome River Band for you. Tears Falling Like Rain. And let's go ahead and kick that off.
How to deal with a woman who's perfect in every way except for one. She don't love this man. Her eyes shine like diamonds, her hair black as coal. When she smiles, I get weak in the knee. I'm in love with an angel, no one can disagree. But this angel ain't in love with me. If I spend another night without sleeping, I think I'm going insane. Well, love that sustained me has faded away, and my tears are falling like rain. Well, she swore she would love me till death did us part, when I placed a golden ring on her hand. But her gaze for another brought rage to my heart. Now she's sleeping, her peace beneath the sand. heartbroken man. If I spend another night without sleeping, I think I'm going insane. Well, the love that sustained me has faded away, and my tears falling like rain. If I spend another night without sleeping, I think I'm going insane. Well, the love that sustained me has faded away, and my tears falling like rain.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This next one we're going to feature Damian Roberts on the mandolin, a song maybe you don't hear too often. This is called the Cuckoo Bird. So much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Damian Roberts on the mandolin. This is Chris Carter down here on your left. This is my mother, Peggy Orange, and my name is Sean Orange. Thank you so much. We're going to feature Chris Carter on the banjo and the song here's a little song called Ruben you may have heard once or twice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Harpeth River Ramblers. Great job, everybody. Goodness gracious, that's what you call a genuine hot lick.
We have a lot of surprises here. And here's an example of one of them. The New Rock City Ramblers were doing the show one night, and after they got a little ways into it, they called a guest up out of the audience. And this is what happened next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome a bluegrass legend and his buddy. Please make welcome Mr. Wayne Lewis to the stage. And coming in a close second right behind him, Mr. Robert Gately. Give him a big hand. Give these guys a big hand. Woo!
Robert, you need over here.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you all. I'd come down here to hang out and have fun.
There's too many people up here. Let me go back out.
1, 2.
Robert said there's too many people here. Should I fire part of them?
No, that ain't what I said.
Oh. You know, I told these guys that I don't do a whole lot of singing in the wintertime. And rabbit hunting and squirrel hunting and deer hunting interferes with my music. And they was talking about my old guitar a while ago, and I told them this is the first time it's been out of the case since the first week in November when I did the last Cumberland Highlander show. And they said, well, I should have kept it in the case then. But I'll settle up with them on that after a while. How many of y'all watched the Cumberland Highlanders on the RFD channel? I appreciate it. You can't get it? You can come over home and watch it with me and Susie. We don't care. You bring the popcorn, and I'll buy the Coca-Colas. We'll watch it. Now we have a large time on that Cumberland Highlander show, and about 8 months ago, the Nielsen report came out, and we are #1 on the RFD channel right now. And out of 97 programs, we're #1. That makes me feel good. Of course, we got a lot of good entertainers on our show. We got Joe Isaac, Stacy York, which she's an Isaac now. They got married. I adopted her, and then I had to turn around and let him marry her, but he gave me 2 good foxhounds and a 410 shotgun.
At least go for 20 gauge.
That's enough chatter. Here's one that I recorded a long time ago with Mr. Bill Monroe. Y'all remember him, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I've never forgotten him. Have you, Lonnie? Think about him every day. My wife's got pictures all over the house. I have to remember him. But he was a great man. And one time we was down in Texas, and Bill had laryngitis, and he couldn't say anything. He could pick, but he couldn't say anything. So I got to do all the MC work. And to start things off, I was introducing everybody in the band, and I pointed over at Bill and I said, and right here, this gentleman playing the little chili dipper is the daddy of bluegrass music. And he just stood there and looked at me like, I'll kill you when I get you on the bus. Yes. And then I started off with this song here, and I told him, I said, here's a song that Bill and I recorded on a thing that was just thrown in with some other stuff, and I said, it's one called The Little Mobile Home on the Hill, and he went, he was getting ready to give me fits. Here's one called The Little Cabin Home on the Hill. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear, and my heart a longing for you still. just keep it fair so I won't be alone in a little cabin home on the hill.
Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just to listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill.
Any backer break? I hope you are happy tonight as you are. In my heart the longing for you still. And I'll just keep it fair so I won't be alone in a little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. And over. Now when you've come to the end of the way and you find there's no more happiness for you, just let your thoughts come back once more, if you will, to the little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, baby. Oh, someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. All right, thank you, thank you. Did we know two or?
Yeah, we do.
Sweet.
Yeah, we could do that. Sweet bug out.
Yeah, the sweet
Sweet
bug
bug
out. These guys are putting words in my mouth, aren't they?
Hear what you do.
You know, Bill Monroe, I was working with a gospel group out of northern Ohio when Bill hired me. I'd known Bill since way back in the early days. I think 1960 was the first time he offered me a job, and I had a wife and family, and I was working in a steel mill and working 6 nights a week in clubs, because back in them days there wasn't any place else to work. Mostly in the 60s, you know, there wasn't any festivals. Wasn't any of them festivals, and so I was working clubs, and I worked in Columbus, Ohio, at a big club up there, and Bill Monroe worked it maybe once a month, twice a month. Every time he come in, he wanted me to go to work and play guitar and sing lead with him, and I said, Bill, it's hard. I got a family to feed. He said, I'll pay you $30 a day.
Whoa.
And I said, is that 7 days a week? You pay, straight $30 a day? He said, oh, no, just the days we work. And, of course, some of you know that the steel mills paid good money. And the clubs, if you played a big club, that'd seat 300 or 400 people. You made good money in those clubs. That's how I could afford to buy guitars. Otherwise, I'd have been playing an old biscuit board or something, you know. But anyway, Bill and I stayed in touch for years. And finally, in November of '74, around Thanksgiving time, he and Jim and Jesse did a big show in Toledo, Ohio every year. And the gospel group that I was with, Lily Mae and the Dixie Gospel Airs, we had been in Detroit doing some gospel concerts up there, and I came back through, and Lily Mae, she said, you know, Bill and Jim and Jesse working in Toledo, let's stop off. So we stopped off, and Bill, when we walked in, Bill grabbed me and he said, where's your guitar? And I said, it's on the bus. He said, come out and sing some with me. And I said, Bill, I don't know what we can sing. Of course, we sung Sweetheart of Mine, Can't You Hear Me Calling, some stuff like that. And I said, I'll go out and sing a song or two with you. And we got on the stage, and I didn't realize that he had fired the guy, that it was his last weekend. And we got on the stage, and I forget now what we were singing. I know we sung one, Sweetheart of Mine, Can't You Hear Me Calling. And Bill said, I've just asked him if he'd come and be a bluegrass boy. Don't you think he can sing that song mighty good? And I said, I may have to go to work for you because you just may have got me fired with the gospel group. But anyway, I ended up coming to work for Bill, and I enjoyed it. I loved it to death. I got to meet people like Lonnie. I got to meet Lonnie Jones, and Lonnie is one of the great people that pushes bluegrass music. You see what he does here. Here's one that I recorded with Bill. This was probably one of the first songs. I think it was the first song I recorded. And Bill, it had been several years since Bill had a song. Of course, he wrote this song. He and I together wrote the song, but Bill Monroe wrote the song. It's got his name on it. And this is the first song that he'd had in the charts for years. It stayed about 19, either 19 or 20 in the Billboard charts for 22 weeks. And that ain't bad. One called My Sweet Blue-Eyed Darling.
1, 2, 3.
Days come and go, and I still love you. And I forgot it. All I ask of you, my darling, love me good and be true. You're my sweet black darling. Love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, love me good and
That's the kind of thing that happens at Grand Ole Garage.
And today I need an answer, and I want you to say you don't belong to another, and in my arms you're gonna stay.